First pitch on its way. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Now the 1-0. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. He dives, but he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
The 1-2. Flying softly toward the hole. And that is through into right field for a single. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
You know, it's funny, the first two strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. With two strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
Into the box, Samuel Chavez. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
The 2-1 home is low and outside for a ball.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Working for the punch out and the offering. Here's a blooper out toward left center, and that's in there, base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Hey, nice job all around right there. He's able to get a head start, full count, 2 outs. You know he's going right there. Batter didn't come out of his zone, no. Drove a nice single into the outfield. Now we got runners on first and third.
Stepping in now, Victor Marrero, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. 2-0 now.
Well, he better get it back together here quick, because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. He's going to have to make some good pitches here.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Hey, great swing right there. I know the ball's foul, but he absolutely laced that pitch right there. He's just got to stay back a little bit longer.
And he fouls this one off. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple, but they're up 1-0. Harmon Wade will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the sixth.
Number 33, Harmon Wade.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in his zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ray Hemphill. And he'll snap one over to first. And he's back in standing. And another snap throw to the bag. And the runner back. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Looped out toward third. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
That's got to be frustrating right there. You execute a pitch, a nice, good pitch right there. Batter's able to get a little lucky, stayed through it, caught it off the end of the bat. Not his best swing, but he's able to find a hole in the outfield.
In now, Raymond Bunty, as it's grounded sharply to first. One there. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the one out. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, and that credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll be back in standing up. The 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
The 3-0 pitch finds the zone, strike one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Stopped by the post office to get stamps on the way to mailing in that swing. It's 3-2 now.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also the offense is obviously not picking anything up to that.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Jock Peterson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this is taken outside for ball one. No runs, 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Two balls and no strikes. The count to the Dodgers center fielder. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And this one catches the inside corner for strike one.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2. And here's a slider that misses below the knees. It's ball 4. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Digging in once again, Johnny Chavis, one of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
And look out as that gets him. So that's going to bring home a run.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way, and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Standing in now, Marshall Reeves, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Here's the 1-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up, all tied at 1-1. Jacob Turner enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 38, Jacob Turner.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jesse Padilla. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
First pitch coming, here it is. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball's in for a strike. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Is looked at for ball 3. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. The 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Pulled toward right center field. Hemphill shading to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Second baseman, number 9, Javier Baez.
Ready for another shot now. Javier Baez. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. The windup and the 0-1. Big curveball right down the middle for strike number 2.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Ready once again, Pedro Baroa 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Pedro Baroa.
First pitch on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Hey, he's been on point from the start of this game. Just pounding the zone with a high 90s fastball. It almost looks like he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
One out, nobody on. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This is where if you're the batter, 1 pitch, 1 spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Just a tick behind for a strike. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
Adam Nowak will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 10, Adam Nowak.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he misses 2-1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to first. Rizzo was there to second for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Nothing across here this half. Get out the microphone. Stretch time here at Wrigley. All tied at 1-1. Richard Clark gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7.
Richard Clark.
Digging in, Carlos Flores comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Carlos Flores.
First pitch of the at bat. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. To 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch is at the knees and called strike 3.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
DeAndre Colbert will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now the 0-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. 2 out, nobody on. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still tied 1 apiece. Andy Heinrich has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 22, Andy Heinrich.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ray Hemphill. He singled his last time up.
Ray Hemphill.
Pitch on the way. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Padilla arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. In now, Raymond Bunty. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On the ground, a second for Baez. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. 2 very well-pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. Stepping up to the plate, Trevor Story. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
And the 2-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And a strikeout here yet again. As it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Dodgers down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did it get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch of the at-bat. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Back up the middle. Story picks it up, and he's safe at first. Boy, a great effort, but he wasn't able to get enough on that throw, and that'll be scored an infield single.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning, game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
Into the box, Samuel Chavez. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Runner back safely. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. He swings and misses. Throw down. He's well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. So they still haven't picked up an extra base hit in this one, but that stolen base at least gets him a guy in scoring position.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what the manager was thinking there, Matt. Hey, if we aren't driving the ball with any authority today, we need to make something happen in a different way. They only need a single to the outfield now to push a run across.
Got it back in time there, and it's 2-1. Shows bunt here, but this one misses. Ball 3. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Now a little flare out to left, and that ball's going to drop. A base hit. She'll come home with it. Tag not in time. And with it, they've taken the lead here in game 1.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one that makes you feel really good about yourself.
In now, Victor Marrero fouled away. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 on its way. Runners off for second. Pitch outside. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
The 1-1 home. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball. The 2-1 is strike 2 swinging.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jesse Padilla, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Popped him up. It gets out of play though. That's into the visitor's dugout. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit. In to score the runner from third, and that moves the lead to 2 here in the 8th.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer is not gonna do too much damage.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. The 2-1. This is line to left, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And a relay home, and he will beat the throw home. It's a 4-1 score now.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make it.
Sheldon DeCosta is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Here's Javier Baez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
The 1-2 gets him looking up around the letters.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Standing in now, Carlos Flores, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. No hits to this point. The 0-1 delivery. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball. The 2-1 home is looked at off the plate for a ball.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Swing and a miss as he goes back to the cutter here. 3-2. 3 runs already home here. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
These guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, one swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Set. Here it comes. Takes a curveball right on the corner.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone. If you could work a couple walks, it could be the start of a big inning.
Behind 0-2 now. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Missed with a slider, and with every base occupied, a big hit here could really put this one out of reach. Here comes the 1-0, and he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate. The count holds at 2-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready with another 2-2. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. We're on to the 9th here in game 1. It's the Cubs 4 and the Dodgers 1.
Your attention, please.
So a save situation forthcoming here is on to close it out is the veteran southpaw Billy Wagner. Coming to the plate now, Jock Peterson. It was a walk in his last trip.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
First offering on its way. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, third baseman, Johnny Taylor.
Riding in once again, Johnny Chavis. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit sharply to the left side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Sometimes you got to pull out the ambush tactic. You don't know what the best pitch is going to be. Oh, right there. Get me a knock for the left side.
Into the box now, Marshall Reeves, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Popped him up. Chavez has a play, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pedro Baroa.
Now at the plate, Pedro Baroa, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
The 0-1 on its way. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Catch is made, and the Cubs have taken their first step as they claim game one here at home. This ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Cubbies win the opener here in the division series. Andy Heinrich is the winning pitcher of record. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.